might go when you broke. Now I'm like mistletoe. This do my own. Not gonna lost on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. And up, give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my range. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You know I happy.
All right, Coach, we're about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix in Glendale, Arizona. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They run once more with McKinnon. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. They go play action here on 1st down. Escape. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chandler Jones in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right, Robert. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. for the first time with Johnson. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Rosen. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's brought down after a good gain. He got 29 yards that time.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Watch him now, Barney!
A first down carry here for Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Here we go now. Blue Lightning. Black Lightning. Here we go. Leopard.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And down to the 36-yard line here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard. Detroit!
Now Rosen to throw on second down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and, hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Hurry up, here we go. Detroit!
Now Rosen on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line.
All right, here we go.
They'll try it wrong. This is Johnson. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Leopard! Gone! All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
On second down, here's Rosen. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Eric Armstead in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. and the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Dawson's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He finds McKinnon complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
All right, here we go. All right, now look at this.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Caught by Nelson left side. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
No. Check. Patriot. Barney. Leopard.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here we go now.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And now he'll tuck it and run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. Flush to his right, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On second down, Johnson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On third down, Rosen. The right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he powers his way up past the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And this would have been returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Underneath for Johnson. And he gets it down to the 32. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. More from the desert after this. They pitch it out to Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now, lucky 56.
To throw is Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught. Nelson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. He's going to get it running right. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And he'll advance no further, so he can't bring it back for 2, but the extra point attempt is unsuccessful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it down deep into Arizona territory. A big play there just before halftime. 59 yards. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. On play action, now Garoppolo. Being chased out left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Garoppolo. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Chandler Jones in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And Gold is able to put it through. So we reach halftime here in Glendale. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Now Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Gun! 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 Gun!
first down. It's Rosen. Flushed out right, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Gone! Leopard!
Now Rosen looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Design run for their wideout. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90, Leopard.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Sheldon Day breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
They need a stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Hurry up, here we go. Look at 56.
3rd and long here for Rosen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it's drawn up in the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the second time. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Flush, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Eric Armstead in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Dancing to his left. And his throw here's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Here we go. Detroit!
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeremiah Tauchu. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Andy Lee now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter from Oakland. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Here's McKinnon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Hurry up. 21. Here we go. Hurry up. 12.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
65.
They'll run it with Williams. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are back within a score. Gold now out to kick it away. So out now come the Cardinals. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by Eli Harold.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And now it's Rosen looking. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Derek Barnett in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This will be fielded at the 17. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Marcus Golden in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long.
Go ahead.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Marcus Golden in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Here we go now. All right, now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone. All right, now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, Rosen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Nelson. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. They toss it out right to Johnson, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up fourth down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! All right, now, look at me, 39!
Fourth down, here's Rosen. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road? And everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down, Williams. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
21.
He'll get it up the middle. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Officially, no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Gone! All right, here we go. Green, 39! Green, 39! Detroit!
Oh, Rosen's going to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Andy Lee now. He's been terrific so far. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Fielded at the 33. They'll call that a punt at 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go. Hurry up. Hurry up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Move it up, fellas. 11. Here we go. Hurry up.
Back to throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Niners on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Wait.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And Gold is able to put it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
They'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle. Kind of scan the crowd. See if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. Gone.
back to throw. Caught by Nelson left side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. He's back to throw. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. And I think that's going to do it. They can't get another play off. One final shot here for Rosen. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
It's on earth, but it's where I be.